ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
Now the rookie 5th-round pick. This is Tyler Algier. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Faster, faster. Striker, 3-3. Field black.
They'll set up to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Black ultra. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Ready.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Landry. Just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Andy Dalton. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's a ball that he is going to want to keep his first career interception in the National Football League.
What do teams do when that happens? You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And it goes a loss of about 6, and it brings up 3rd.
You want to give them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Into the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it will be Falcon football. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll bring you updates all year, and the party just getting started here in Week 1 of the NFL season. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Ready, go. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down at 4. Again, it's Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no gain on the play that time. And they'll look to convert. It will be a 3rd and 4. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Dalton here from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defender.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out 2-20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Hey, go Fury. Watch one. Steal. Check steal. Ready.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here we go.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Blaster, 6.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by Crew, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw here, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take over their own 30-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely out, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Right at the 30. Gives it to Algier to start things off. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong. throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Second and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And he stopped immediately there. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now it's the backup Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's not cool about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
4th down, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now, get some points on this drive.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Give to Algier from the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a 2nd and 7. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Following the interception, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave him a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Play fake. Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. That's why they press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play action now. Winston. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. I think the hope is you get a touch pass like that, but maybe you catch the defense off guard, but maybe right over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And complete to Drake London. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second, here's Algier. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Forced nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but That confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out.
And I think the ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So turnovers charge you figure will be key in the second half. But that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, as you and I know, coaches are always preaching ball security. And none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Powers through it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and throw them for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy. They'll run here with Algier. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyler Algier with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. They have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert. It will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they set the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Algier now up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down, 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Algier. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Tyler Algier making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston to throw. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Winston. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. He'll look to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have just about sealed up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be